Really bright up here.
Yay,
Oh my
yay.
goodness. So, well, hi everybody. They put me up here quicker than I was expecting, so we're a little ahead and they're trying to just make sure we're staying on track. So thank you, Heidi, for letting me talk about something that I could talk about for probably hours and hours, and probably something that all of you are interested in, engagement on social media. So I'm specifically going to talk today about social media on your Facebook business page. We could talk about Instagram, we could talk about LinkedIn, we could talk all these different social media. I'm going to focus directly on the Facebook aspect from your business page. But a lot of these things could apply to those other social media. So I think some people were passing out, you should have a little sticker that has a QR code on there. I'm going to throw a lot of information out at you. I did provide for you an outline of what I'm going to present today, and you can kind of follow along on that. And I do actually have a little gift for you at the bottom that I will explain towards the end. I am going to be around this evening if you have questions about kind of what I'm going to explain to you a little bit, but the outline is there for you to kind of follow along so you can listen. Hopefully we will have time to try out what I'm going to explain to you today too. So how many of you would like to have more engagement and have more people see stuff on your Facebook business page, right? How many of you are a little scared and sometimes may even stay stuck from not posting because you don't know what to post, you don't know when to post, you don't know how many times to post, so it keeps you from posting at all, right? I'm going to show you a process today that I had tested out over the past 3.5 years since I've been in business, and I call it the engagement equation. So I'm going to give you an equation that has a beginning, it has a middle, and it has an end. I am an art teacher. I went to school, have my bachelor's, have my master's, taught in a public high school. So I'm always all about kind of setting up 1, 2, 3, easy things to remember, acronyms, just easy and simple ways to remember things. So the equation idea came to me, and I think it's an easy way for you to remember how to post in a way that you can duplicate to get more engagement, to have people see your stuff so that they know you, they like you, they trust you, and they want to give you their money, right? So just to give you a little background about why you should listen to me about this, if you have not followed me, you don't know, my business, I have used this technique and kind of went through and used this equation over the past 3.5 years to have a reel actually got to 3.4 million views. I've had posts have 5 times more than the reach of my followers on my business page. I've been able to use this equation and have an audience that is fairly small. I just reached about 5,000. In the scheme of things, that's not that many followers. And before I reached 5,000, was able to get to 6 figures with that smaller audience. This equation actually works. This equation actually works really well if you do have a small audience, but it also works to be able to, if you have a bigger audience too. So let me go ahead and give you the engagement equation. It is BS, and I'll tell you what that stands for, not maybe what you're thinking. BS plus P, so BS plus P plus C. So I told you beginning, middle, and end. So first, second, and third, however you would like to remember that. So the 3 parts to the equation are what will allow you to get the highest probability of someone engaging on your post. And engaging is what gets more people to see your content that you're putting out there onto Facebook. It's not about having a big audience. It's not about how often you post. It's not about what time you post. It is about engagement. The more that you can get someone to engage on your post, the more that you will feed the algorithm. Raise your hand if you really don't like the algorithm. You feel like you don't understand it, you feel like you don't want to play nice with the algorithm. Engagement is what keeps people on Facebook. Facebook is a business. Their entire goal is to keep people on Facebook so that they can put ads in front of them. If you, as a content creator, can keep people on Facebook, you are feeding the algorithm. That is the algorithm, keep people on Facebook. There you go. That's what the algorithm is. How they derive how to keep people on there is maybe, they change it a little bit, but that really, if you can get people to comment on your posts and engage on your posts and create conversations, more people will see your stuff. I've seen it happen. I've seen posts go viral. I've seen posts come and resurface after a year because they got more engagement. So it does work. So I'm going to give you the equation. So the BS is be social. In the first 15 minutes before you post, Facebook wants to know that you want to play nice and that you are being social. So I'm going to give you 3 ways to be able to do that. You can, in the 15 minutes before you make a post, go comment on your live that you did. Go comment on the last post that you had on Facebook. Go be social on your business page. The second thing that you can do is you can comment just as you scroll on your business page. Just go love on people. Go encourage people. Go tell them they did a great job. Go tell them that looks beautiful. That painting's great. It can just be short comments. That's showing Facebook that you want to be social. The third thing that you can do, and this one I think is the most powerful, it's crazy what happens when you send a direct message. When you send a direct message to someone. Because when I've done that before I make a post, those are the people that see my post. Think about how directed you could make your post be seen by the people that you want it to be seen by. You can send them a direct message. You can't do that necessarily on your business page. It has to be through your personal profile to send a message directly, but it does work for them to also see if they're following you on your business page. So those are 3 different ways that you can be social. I had a mentor tell me one time when she started her business, she thought of herself as a professional friend maker. And I've always remembered that it's about conversations, it's about relationships, it's about building that up and being that friend. You want to show interest in them so that they are interested in you. So that's the first part, is the BS, is be social. Part 2 is what we think of when we're thinking of engagement. It's our post. And sometimes we don't know what to post, how to post. I'm going to give you a little way that you can remember, and I'll give you an acronym just to make it even easier to remember. A way to create your content on your post to invite engagement. So write this down. It's HIC. Hook, interest, CTA, or call to action. So if you set up your post with a hook, interest, and I'll explain a little bit more what that is, and a call to action, you are training your following to answer back. You're training your following to engage with you. And then when you go to ask them if they want to go to a paint party, they'll answer you back, they'll engage, so you can train them. And that can work with a really small audience. So the hook is some way to get attention. I usually like to ask a question, but you can get attention. If you think about why do you open up emails, that subject line, that's a hook. And if you start paying attention to why you open up certain emails and don't open up other ones, you can start to get some pretty good hooks there about what would hook in somebody's attention. It can be a question. Hey, have you ever went to a paint party with 200 people? Well, that creates interest. What do you mean 200 people? I didn't know that there was such a thing that you could go to a paint party with 200 people. And then the interest is just kind of creating a little bit more of the story about, well, I'm here in Texas and I'm painting and having a blast with 200 of my BFFs. You're just kind of giving them a little bit of curiosity about wanting to know more. But then the call to action could be, guess what we're painting, or what would you like to see us paint at the next one, or, some kind of question, and you can be very specific and say, comment below, tell me below, kind of ID gives us the this or that. It's kind of along the same thing as you're inviting them to answer you. So HIC is the hook, interest, and engagement. Or hook, interest, and call to action, sorry. And then the third thing is to comment. And I believe this is the secret sauce to get people to engage on your content. Do not post and ghost. What does that mean? You don't want to make a post and walk away, because you know what you're telling the algorithm? You were social before, you made a post, and that's all about you posting, and now you don't want to be social. You're telling the algorithm, I don't want to play nice, I just want it to be all about me. You still have to be social on the other side of that post, and that's what I mean by comment. So here are 3 ways that you can ask for that engagement. You can be very direct and you can ask family. And you can send it in a direct message like I talked about in the Be Social, and that will get you even more. Send them a direct message and say, hey, I'm going to be making a post, or I just made a post, or especially if you know that they're online, ask them to comment on your post. Ask them to go to your business page. This works best if you do this within the first 15 minutes right after you post. That's when the algorithm will pick it up and it'll start putting it at the top of the feed for more people to see it. And that really is your goal right after. If you just post and ghost, has anybody ever made a post and not gotten one comment? Raise your hand. You've not gotten one reaction. You've not gotten a share. You've not gotten anything, because all of those things are engagement. Even clicking through multiple pictures. Over the past couple of days since I've been traveling, I've put a lot of posts where I've had multiple, 30, 60, you can go all the way up to 80 photos, I believe, on your personal profile. And that click through those pictures is engagement. So Facebook sees that as you're keeping someone on Facebook for all that time that they're clicking through the photos. So you can ask family, you can ask friends in a direct message, and you can ask your business BFFs to go comment on your post. It's not you following their page, it is you going and commenting and asking them, and they can post on yours, and it just takes a couple of seconds. I have told my friends, my creative friends, I would rather you just spend a couple of seconds posting like that than coming to watch my live. I'll get people to come and watch my live. I want you to comment on my post, just a few words, so it gets it pushed up to the top, and it helps to see, helps more people to see it. So I'd like to be able to try this. We've still got plenty of time, so I think we have time to be able to actually try this. So I would like for you to we'll take like 2 minutes, and I would like for you to just go be social. Like, go comment on some posts, comment back on your live that you did, a post that you did, comment on your personal feed, your personal profile feed. Just go be social and make some comments. And I'll give you like 2 minutes to just kind of spend a little bit of time doing that. We'll just shorten that 15 minutes before you make a post.